today we are reviewing 1 and 2 step equations. This first slide is going to be reviewing 1-step equations. Remember, we're going to undo what we see. We call it the inverse, which means we're doing the opposite. Same thing when we draw our line down, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So I'm going to start with this one. It says x minus 10. So to get rid of this minus 10, we need to add 10 to both sides. 10 minus 10 is 0, so we just have x, or 1x, equal to now 14. 10 plus 4 is 14. So that's our answer. If you want to double check to make sure it's right, you can plug it back in for x. 14 minus 10 is 4. Next, we want to get the letter all by itself, so we're going to get rid of this minus 6. Get rid of the plus 6 by subtracting 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. And 6 minus 6 over here is also 0, so k is 0. Next, we have to get b by itself. Now this is a negative 9, so to get rid of that we have to do the opposite and add 9. Those eliminate, and we have b equal to, well, 9 plus 2 is 11, and 1 plus 1 is 2, so 21. Second row here, this means y divided by divided by 4, so the opposite of dividing is multiplying. Multiplying by 4 on both sides. Now for some reason people find this one tricky, but this is really a 4 on the top, so they cancel out, and we just have y over 1, or just y, and 8 times 4 is 32. You can use a calculator if you want. Next, be careful, this one's not adding to. This means multiply when they're touching, so the opposite of multiply is divide. We're dividing by negative 2, so those eliminate. Ooh, 13 divided by 2, not going to be a very nice number. I know 12 divided by 2 is 6, and there's one left over, so it's a half, 6 1/2. Or you can plug it in your calculator. This one, you get to try on your own, because it's not showing up on my video. But go ahead and solve that problem, and then we'll do a review of 2-step equations on the back side. Here's a couple 2-step equations. We'll draw our line down. We'll do that on all of them. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. But remember, we're undoing our order of operations. So first we're getting rid of adding and subtracting, then multiplying and dividing. We're going backwards. So we're going to get rid of this plus 2 by subtracting 2. Those eliminate, and we have 3x. Well, 7 minus 2 is 5, so 15. And then the opposite of multiplying by 3 is dividing by 3. And we get x equals 15 divided by 3 is 5. Same thing on this next one. Our number that we need to get rid of is 15. It's not negative 15. That negative goes with 3. Okay? So we're going to subtract 15 because this is a positive 15. So those eliminate, and we have a negative 3x. And be careful, same sign, add and keep. It's going to give us a negative 6 plus 5 is 11. There's a 1, 21. And then last, the opposite of multiplying is dividing. We're dividing by this whole number, negative 3. That makes 1x, or just x. And remember, when we multiply or divide, 2 negatives make a positive. So 21 divided by 3 should give us 7. And the third one, first getting rid of adding and subtracting first. I'm going to subtract 6 because that's a positive 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. And just rewrite what we have, p over 2. So then to get rid of this division, the opposite of dividing is multiplying. We're going to multiply by 2. So those cancel out, top and bottom. 2 times 2 is 4. So p equals 4. You can write it this way if you want. Same, same. All right, your homework is to work on 1 and 2-step equations. First side is 1 step, and the second side is